Fast forward any come our channel so aha AG Politics Avenue. On your podcast or a trend and because Becky headlines. And a gem right now it be exomo or any dim near Hondractimo say ene AD Kanya the share with me I subscribe to the channel. His notification bell also. Share na Afro so answer into and can be Yamisha on your case of Yensa, young Koyin Sim. On your ear Koyin Sima, Nam1, Okupi more court. Na application or the call to a year oppose a year court decision no court etimi ebo etugu ye and as with head court decision no otimi ebo na application etugu ya onua ekoye awresem kese edema eye Nam1 na at this point in time no yemu nsem no na yenjimu inchiremu yi
seeking to halt his case at the High Court while the Court of Appeal determines a matter in relation to him. Following an order of the High Court for Nam1 to open his defense after a case was made against him, he filed the application for an appeal against the court's decision at the Court of Appeal. Lord Idwasari has more.
Nana Appiah Mensah and two of his companies, Men's Gold Ghana Limited and Brew Marketing Consult Ghana Limited, have been charged with 39 counts of selling gold without a license, operating a deposit-taking business without a license, amongst others. He has pleaded not guilty and is on a 500 million cedis bail with 4 sureties. The Accra High Court, in a submission of no case ruling, ordered Nam1 to open his defense after holding that a case had been established against him. After filing an appeal, he subsequently filed an application to halt proceedings pending the determination of the appeal, but that was dismissed by the court. Nam1 then filed a repeat application at the Supreme Court, which has also been thrown out by unanimous decision. The trial at the High Court is now set to proceed with the boss of defunct Men's Gold expected to open his defense. Spokesperson for the aggrieved Men's Gold Customers Association, Fred Forson, reacted after the court's decision.
Per the ruling today, it means it's over here, except maybe he want to take another decision. That is up to him and his lawyers. But for us and for our understanding, what happened here means that the trial court now can go ahead with the case. At the last sitting, the judge directed him that when we go on the 16th, he should be prepared to mount the witness box and open his defense. It's almost 8 years now, 7 years. I have spent 7 productive years of my lifetime fighting this cause as the leader and the convener of this group.
Let's shift our attention to many of you may have already seen these buses on the roads, but news we have from the Ministry of Transport indicate that the Minister Joseph Bukari Nikpe says that a minimum of 8 buses will be deployed along 4 major road corridors starting today to convey commuters back home after work during the peak hours. This has become a crucial intervention following complaints by some drivers, complaints that some drivers are exploiting passengers by charging higher fares during peak hours, most of whom are not recognized with any transport union. The Accra-Medina Adenta corridor, as well as the Accra-Achimota-Amasaman, Accra-Malam Kaswa and Accra-Tema Beach Road corridors will get at least 8 buses each from STC to convey commuters from 4:30 in the evening to 8:30 beginning today.
We are going to employ some buses commencing from today, 10th December, and we will ensure that those buses are available at the peak hours to support our commuters who have closed from work to get home safely. And the Ministry of Transport is doing this in collaboration with the Intercity STC. Some of their long route vehicles return at good times and their schedules are for the next day. We are ensuring that we mop up all those vehicles and ensure that they are on our routes. So for now, we have identified 4 major corridors that we are going to deploy a minimum of 8 buses to each of the corridors. We are working to ensure that we increase the number of buses such that we'll be able to pick all our commuters home safely. And those corridors are the Accra-Medina Adenta corridor. They will have a minimum of 8 buses starting from today at 4:30 p.m. to 8:30. That will be the operational period. We also have Accra, Achimota, Amasamai. They will also have a minimum of 8 buses that will also start operations today from 4:30 to 8:30 in the evenings.
In more news tonight, the Ministry of the Interior has a centralized e-recruitment portal aimed at harmonizing and streamlining the recruitment process across all agencies under the Ministry of the Interior. At a press briefing at the Information Center in Accra, the Sector Minister Muntaka Mubarak says the system will bring transparency and uniformity to how applicants are assessed, selected and admitted into the country's security and public safety services.
The Minister for the Interior, Muntaka Mubarak, explained that applicants will now be able to monitor every stage of the application from submission to final admission via their mobile phones, eliminating the need for intermediaries and reducing risk of error or abuse.
This initiative directly supports government vision of a modern, secured and inclusive digital economy, one in which public services are accessible, transparent and responsive to the needs of every Ghanaian. The transformation of the Ministry of Interior fully aligns with this agenda, positioning the interior sector as an active driver of the digital state that government seeks to build.
The new digital platform is being presented as a major structural improvement in recruitment procedures designed to improve efficiency, accountability and fairness across the Ghana Police Service, Immigration Service, Prison Service and Fire Service. By shifting to a full online system, the government aims to reduce congestion, enhance safety and prevent tragedies such as the Elwak Sports Stadium stampede in future.
To see if you want to make an application, what it requires you to do, what it expects from you, so that once you do them, and then there will be a way to always get feedback. We don't expect the thing to do a magic in a second. But we are very confident that we've tested it. I mean, we've been trying it up and down for the past 2 or 3 months, try to juggle it around to see whether it will produce any difficulty. And we are very certain that where we are, we'll be good to go. We've chosen December 15th as the date of start. Not because if you go now, you won't find it's live, it's there, but just to prepare us because we want to be able to provide the best of services to the average Ghanaian. So enjoy the porter.
2. And like I always come here and emphasize on sound mind. You don't understand me. Article 93.2.
There shall be a parliament of Ghana which shall consist of not less than...
No, go to 94. 94.2. 94.2, please. 94.
94.2.
Yes.
Okay. Subject to the provisions of this article, a person shall not be qualified to be a member of parliament
if he... A and B. Read the B for me.
94.2.
Yes, 94.2B.
If he has been adjudged or otherwise declared bankrupt under any law in force in Ghana.
And the second one?
To be of sound...
To be of what?
Mind.
On sound. You cannot be...
To be of an unsound mind.
If you cannot be in parliament, if you have unsound mind. Did I write the constitution for this country?
No, what do you mean? What's the correlation between the chaos in parliament and then your argument?
To be of sound mind means you must cooperate, behave within the confines of the standing orders of parliament.
Oh, Solo.
And the constitution. So anything you do outside the standing orders of parliament makes you behave as someone of unsound mind. And the constitution says that that person must not be in parliament. So what TV3 is supposed to do is to project the list, all the faces of the minority MPs that took part in this despicable act, and so that Ghanaians in the next election will do us the greatest honor by voting all of them out, because they know it's a despicable act. You saw them putting on face masks. Has Ghana not been declared COVID-free? When last did they go to parliament and they were wearing face masks?
Oh, Solo.
They decided to wear it because they themselves know. And my difficulty is that the few hot-headed ones have been able to push the reasonable ones to also join the fray. And what even annoys me and saddens my heart is that the women have also joined. I saw the women banging. The women from the minority banging. Some of them are known to be very respectable.
No, but Solomon, if you're in parliament, all parliaments over the world, there are means.
There is no parliament. Look, we have serious matters.
There are
this
means
morning,
of protest. And so,
what protest is this? That you want to disrupt the consideration of estimates. Remember what they were doing yesterday? What were you doing yesterday? Yeah. Were you not considering estimates of various ministries and agencies? You have just interviewed unemployed graduate nurses this morning. These nurses need these estimates to be approved so that the economy will be expanded for them to be absorbed. Then you have parliamentarians who are supposed to make sure that these works go there and say that they are disrupting it. I've listened to a number of them. What they have told me is that, or what they have said to the entire world is that because they did not have the numbers, they will only disrupt parliamentary business. Now, let me tell you something. This situation we find ourselves, this is not the first time the country is getting such a huge disparity between majority and minority. In 1996, the NPP, they had 67 seats. The NPP had 133 seats in parliament. Is it not the same? It's like half of it. But what did the NPP then do? Because the quality was so high, they gave compelling arguments in parliament. You mean JH They gave compelling arguments that when they stood on the floor of parliament and spoke, the entire country came to a standstill.
Yeah, I'm saying Solomon just called minority MPs of unsound minds.
No, but that's the constitution. That's what I'm saying.
Just called them all minority MPs of unsound minds.
Why is it coming?
On October 23rd, 2024.
Have you not had your chance?
Have you not?
No,
did a similar thing. Did you call them unsound minds?
Why are you trying?
I'm saying that
why are you trying?
No. Call minority MPs people with unsound minds.
No.
I mean,
why are you doing that?
Okay.
We should have some decorum in our public discourse.
No. I walked you through the constitution.
Mr. Solomon, the argument Dr. Zato is making is that the allusions you make, you start from the quotation as well as the provisions that...
It's the provisions in the constitution.
Article 42. You start from...
No, you are wrong to say that they don't have sound mind.
I don't know when they appointed as the Minister of Rights for him to tell them that I am wrong. How did you you have absolutely no evidence to say that they are sound minds.
Okay.
If you don't like their tactics, you can say you don't like their tactics. Okay. If you don't like their tactics, don't like that. But to then insinuate or suggest that they are sound minds, it's unfair. It's not something we should be saying on national TV. Okay. We shouldn't be saying that.
I came here and I'm repeating it. The Constitution...
Because you start from 42 and then you go to...
The Constitution itself says that
94
the Electoral Commission must register people of sound mind. Did I write that? Now I come to 94 to BII. That nobody must enter the chamber of parliament unless you have sound mind. Did I write it?
No, I'm saying that.
Now, why? What is the point?
There is evidence of NDC MPs who did worse things. Nobody called them unsound minds. So please, don't call people unsound minds because you don't like their tactics. Don't call people unsound minds because you don't like their approach. Our public discourse can be civil and respectful.
Tell them to remove it from the constitution.
You've made your point.
This business of trying to always play the victim.
I'm not playing a victim. I'm simply saying let's elevate our public discourse.
No, it's one of the strategies. You want to come and curtail my thoughts, but I will be focused and deliver on what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
So the first group of people...
Dr. Zato, you've made your point.
But you have to do debit and credit. You have to give the time that you're taking from me and then make sure that I finish my point.
If you debit, you credit.
So what I'm saying is that it is so clear.
It says that that allusion should not be part of a national discourse.
That don't sound mind.
You should retract it.
I should remove it from the Constitution. Is that what you're telling me? The Constitution has written on sound mind. Did I write it? You read it for me. We are doing analysis. The Constitution enjoins every Ghanaian to vote for someone who is of sound mind to go to Parliament and represent us. And I'm saying that when you go to Parliament, they have two set of documents.
So I asked the question that the means that they undertook yesterday is part of protest.
No, which part of the standing orders?
It's not there.
So
which has been exhibited by some parliament.
So in the past, if it took place, also for some people that didn't have sound mind, because you see, we are in an era where you just interviewed 2 unemployed graduate nurses. The lady Sandra Frimpong was crying on set. After the show, I met her here. She continues to cry. Why? She has finished school. Now we put people in parliament to go and better the lives of these people. They go and do otherwise, something that is not contained in the standing orders, and you come and sit here and tell me that we must be civil. You say this civility, when you don't say it as it is, then people want to deal with that. Now, the first set of people that I'm blaming this morning is the voters that voted for these people. The second set of people, or the second person I'm blaming is Speaker Babin. You remember on the 31st of January 2025, this year, we were in this studio when we discussed that matter of destruction of microphones and tables and chairs by these same parliamentarians. So when I'm discussing something, that you come and sit here, that you have to say, well, when those days, they have not invited the wife.
Continue, please.
You have BPO if you don't take care. You were here when I said that if the Speaker of Parliament does not punish that act, it will lead to more things happening. You thought I was joking. What have you experienced? When the Speaker of Parliament promised the entire country that he was going to make sure that parliamentarians that took part in that act, their salaries were going to be deducted to pay for the microphones and chairs. Have you heard anything about it? So it has emboldened them to continue to do what they did yesterday. In fact, yesterday, all that they were pushing for was to repeat what happened on the 31st of January. In fact, I saw some of the MPs throwing papers around. So if they have been given the opportunity...
You mean this incident?
Exactly. What happened to...
So the Speaker's failure to take action...
That is what has led to the second one. Yesterday's one. And when you see such an act, look, someone who has been voted for MP, look at that.
Roland, I beg you, there's another video on October
and you call this on mine?
2024.
What are you talking about?
Can you put it up?
Dr. Zato, stop being disruptive.
Seriously. Disrupted even the whole day. This morning, what is that?
Stop being disruptive. Let's give each opportunity that is...
No, you are taking about 6 minutes of my time.
Okay, you go.
Now back to the issue.
You have 3 minutes left.
Oh, my brother, why are you trying to show you are MPP with him? You'll be MPP with him. The United Party remains focused. We want to shape the destiny of this country. Now, back to the issue. Why is the MPP afraid to go for the rerun? That is where the matter is. As you speak.
You think they are afraid to go
for the rerun? No, they are afraid. They have given up.
Martin Yinda had in excess 3,000 votes. He has no fear to enter into another election to make sure that he recaptures his seat.
I have watched...
At least that's what he's been communicating.
I have watched his interviews after his removal from Parliament, Martin Yinda, and he has given up. Now he's referring to the fact that he's from Kumdi, a poor farming community in the Pandai area, and that he had not been in Parliament, it was by grace, and that whatever happens, life goes on. He has already given up. He has given up because if indeed he won that election, I have no reason to say that he didn't win. But if I were him and I won by that margin, 3,700 votes, and you know that with MP elections, a simple win, you can get one and win. We have had Titus Glover win with even 3. Is that not the case? So if you led by 3,700, just go and fight. You can even win by a single vote, and you'll be the MP. Yet you are running away, hiding behind the MPs in Parliament who are also not doing anything. They don't wish Nyinam well. They are only making noise so that Nyinam will know that, oh, when he came, they fought. They are not fighting. As they claim they are fighting, you Nyinam, you are out. I have advised him that he should not invest any money. The small money that is left with him, he must save it. Because I am fully aware that the people in Pandai think otherwise. But I wait for the election outcome. So let them go back and take part in this. But the problem is that the party is not united. The MPP is not united. So who is going to lead the campaign? They claim that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has said that any election in the northern regions, he would deliver the vote to the MPP. So the Brian faction, the Kennedy faction, the Dutu faction, the Kwabena Japan faction are saying that you that have promised the party that any election you would deliver the Northern votes, the Muslim votes. This time, this is a test case. If you say you are macho, go and break the equal. There used to be an advert like that. Say if you claim you are macho, break the equal. Go and break the equal in Pandai and deliver the Northern votes. That is where the challenge is. But what has destroyed matters is what recently the former President Akuffo said. He has told the entire country that indeed some of the decisions, the majority of the decisions of the Nana Akuffo Bawumia administration was so worse off.
Oh, he only said that PDS and someone. He didn't treat them well.
DDP, banking sector cleaner. As for the cathedral, I didn't even want to hear. So how can you take such a decision? So this is what the people of Pandai have listened to. Former President Akuffo has rather done the campaign for those that are going to contest. So how do you expect Ninam to win? Oh. Having the benefit of the doubt that somebody used our money to go and dig a hole, which has been echoed by President Akuffo. How do you expect the voters in Pandai to go and vote for Ninam? So the party itself, through its leadership, founding fathers, people of stature, have done the campaign for the other side. The only lack the NDC has is that the United Party is going to take part in this election. We would have won in handsomely and Ghana would have been saved.
Solomon, are you sure about that?
Roland.
So where do you move on from here as members of parliament?
Roland, can I respond to one or two issues from Doc's submission?
I don't want any matter.
Yeah, destroyed the program this morning.
No.
He started by attacking us that we were being violent at the elections, and that's what has brought us all to this place. You see, it is not for nothing that we have court sitting on some of these issues.
And you are a lawyer, so?
Yes, I am a lawyer. A court sat on this matter. One of the issues that came up in court was the fact that the EC, the returning officer, claimed that NDC was the party that caused the violence at the elections. And you see,
we end some of the course or channel, so I'm not so Jim or the Senator Body and Adomia. If it's about realm, now Yaksumo Constant. AGH Politics Avenue.